Morning. I put Depeche Mode on this morning because I was thinking Policy of Truth because that thing about people, whatever, telling the truth and lies, and just pondering about that actually. Going over and over it and different reasons of it. Anyway, and then I was just dancing like this. The bear. But I put this Nicky t-shirt on. I'm feeling pretty Depeche Mode actually. My son came down the other day when I put this t-shirt on the washing line because it's one I cut up before and then dyed it the other day. I ended up doing it sort of grey just with inks because that's the colour it came out. And so I like that t-shirt. I said I thought you might. He's always wearing them cropped things. Anyway, look. Baby Stephen's dead again. Baby Stephen dies all the time. I just saw him in that bowl. He's obviously climbed in there in the night. Gone to sleep. Put him back in, it looks sweet. Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to put it up here for the birds. I know there's difference. There is difference, isn't there? People should tell the truth. There's different reasons behind people not telling the truth. Sometimes they don't know the truth, do they? And sometimes blind statements come up quite a lot. Spreading misinformation on purpose. I don't know. I was trying to make a point with that before. One of the points I was trying to make. And just, do you know what? People just do it. You can't stop them. And all of a sudden it's truth. So is it a lie or is it a truth? I don't know. And people talk the truth. This isn't my area of knowledge. Well, it's not, no, but this is my area of knowledge. The bit that I know about is my area of knowledge. But the truth's always evolving, isn't it? The truth is always evolving. Anyway, wherever we are, like with science at the moment, as an example, and the new elements they're finding, it doesn't mean the other elements don't exist, but there are new, but the periodic table, as an example, is, well, I read the other day they're not going to use it anymore. Why? Because there's probably too many things on it. I just can't see that being a thing. But, the truth is always under construction, isn't it? Dalai Lama. The truth is what? Is a what? It's a reflection of what? I don't know. Your what? I don't know. I don't know enough. What is true? Well, that's a Buddhist thing anyway, isn't it? I mean, somebody's trying to explain it to me before, but I mean, I already knew it. But maybe that was just still a partial piece. And there's more to it. I mean, the whole thing about... Well, basically, I think my daughter explained it better first of all. She did this art thing to explain points of view, I think. And where they all had to sit around the table and draw what was in the middle of the table and then look at the pictures afterwards. And clearly it was the same thing. Say, 6 bananas and a pineapple and a vase of pencils. But for every angle it's different, and that's just like about perception, isn't it? And how we see things differently from our own point. Wherever we are, we see a different aspect of it. I was taught that in security as well when I first did my security training. That's not the Buddhist angle, but he was saying about a snail sees us one way and we see a snail or something, but something else will see it differently again. Well, that's sort of it's the same sort of. Anyway, it's not even we just see what we want to see, is it? We see what we've been conditioned often. We see things how we've been conditioned to see things. Is that right? Sometimes. I think so. tell us a story about Webby Stables. There's not really much of a story, to be honest. It was out there before, years and years and years ago. I think my friend had I think he was, what was it called? His horse was in livery. That's probably a posh word. It was in livery, though. A Webby, I think, at the point. And we'd gone out to see what we had to go we went to every day, I think. He may have even been staying there at the time because the other girl was away. I don't know if that's true, though. Maybe she was just... He was friends with her anyway. And there was a litter of more collie puppies, and I used to go and sleep with them in the barn once or twice. They were so cute. I love male collies. That's why, and he kept saying he was going to get one. Let's get one. He was always doing that all the time. Let's just get one. And we'd go out in the car and say, look, can we just take a sheep home from this field? I want to take it for, oh God, I was going to take one for Chris, wasn't I, Mark? Oh my God. Look, we come back from some country fair. There was a load, probably smoking a load of wodge in the car. He was going to give me driving lessons at one point. In fact, I think he did give me one. Around the car park in Upper Sheringham. Or maybe we just talked about it. There was a lot of that going on at the time, to be honest. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about this now. Let's talk about why fucking, what's his name, has just made off with all our cash again. Come back with the drugs. I forgot what I was saying, to be honest. What was I saying? I don't remember. I've forgotten, actually. That's enough about Webby Stables. Webby Block. I can't remember what his horse was called. That was probably called Prince as well. Everyone's horses used to be called Prince. His was white, though. I think it was a shipping wable where I think it was Nicky tipped that pint over Mark's head. It's pretty funny. It might have been the other one, the other Nicky. I can't remember her name. It was pint over his head anyway. One of his mates. I can't remember what he'd done. He probably fucked her and then just said he was gay. He was doing that quite a lot. I mean, he was gay, but, you know, it was the 80s. He was an 80s gay who still fucks women sometimes. I don't think it was a political agenda. It was just, you know what, hormones. particularly just hormones. Probably all those horses, and availability probably, and the fact all the women in Norfolk had beards. I don't know. Probably wore. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just talk about this now. I threw the mouse away. He's gone. I can remember being on the boards playing People Are People as well, because I had that. I remember buying that single. I've just got it into my head that people are going, oh yeah, but my ex had all the Depeche Mode albums. I'm just a tourist as usual. Do you know what? That's for you. That's for you as well. Go on. Keep fingering yourself. Go on, keep fingering your own pudding. I didn't buy albums at all, if you recall. Not really, anyway. Apart from the fact I didn't really need to, because he was always doing it. I couldn't be bothered. I had a record collection, and we just used to share records all the time when we were younger. We used to pass things around and maybe tape them. Or just go to other people's houses and listen to the music. Maybe that is a form of tourism, but that's also a form of what? Social. What's it called? What's the word? What's the proper word for it? Social functioning, probably. And passing on of information. That's how things work, isn't it? It's another example of how things are done. passing things on. Oh, I'm supposed to be dancing to Depeche Mode in the kitchen and have a coffee. I wasn't going to have a coffee because my kidneys are hurting, but I was going to have. I ate some watermelon yesterday. He'll be proud of me, won't he? Who am I talking to now? Dave Garn. He cares a lot about women eating fruit. It's true. He doesn't want them messing up the discos. She does talk some shit, doesn't she? Yes, she does. So yeah, I ate half a watermelon yesterday. What was I going to eat today? The other half. Oh, it's a bit powdery. That's because it's small. It's okay. I was just being fussy. I kind of fancy some pineapple. I don't know what to have actually. I can't decide. With a policy of truth. Right. So none of that was actually said. So that's not a truth. That's just what is it called? Or you ponder on something and use it as a bit. I'm musing on a point. That's all. I'm just musing on something. That's right, isn't it? That's an accurate sort of statement. I'm just musing on a point. I'm using that as a muse, a thought. Right. Grabbing hands, grab all they can, all for themselves after all. They're grabbing hands, grab all they can, all for themselves after all. It's a competitive world. Everything counts in large amounts. That's synth pop, isn't it? I need a coffee. I've not had a coffee yet. I'm joking. Mark's known as Patsy. He was just Mark. He was just Mark for what? The village gay. That's all. He was out with clout. Everyone was there, I think, wasn't they? It was probably Mark said everyone gay, to be honest. Everyone. I mean, literally everyone. All of them. Sometimes it's not me. I was gay before. I was just buy for ply. That's what. Just always doors, isn't it? It's grace free. Stop being so dumb. I can't. Where's the fucking pineapple gone? Should I eat pineapple with a kidney problem? Tell me. Can somebody tell me what to do? What's causing it? Something in the water, probably. Typhus, I think. Can typhus give you Indian kidneys? They call it Indian kidneys. Well, it just came out. What was I on about before about his Indian money? I took his Indian money out of his rupee. It was just a joke, wasn't it? About the Indian money being like dodgy. I don't even think it is, but it was just a joke. So I took his dodgy money off him. All his it wasn't his pound. It wasn't his sterling coin. It was just in his wallet. So I put it in my top drawer. Well, who's he? He's an aspect, isn't he? Is that why the orcas are now pushing all the drugs boats over? Probably. They may be guided by angels. It's not just drug boats. No, probably not. They just got a taste for it now, haven't they? They'll be able to smell it in the water. Like, maybe that's what it is. Do you know what? I tell you what, let's just theorise on this again, but make it into a funny story at the same time. Because they was saying before about all the ecstasy and stuff being found in the water, like, because I've said this before when I used to swim in the river up Anderson's Meadow and all the fish were magical colours, I thought, do you know, and people, somebody actually might have been there, that they were saying about how much, because of people peeing in the rivers and festivals and things, there's so much ecstasy in the water. I mean, that's probably just something somebody felt like saying. That was someone who probably did a load of pills anyway. We like these sort of stories. And maybe they just after some more. If the whales have got a taste for whatever it is, they can just smell it, can't they? Maybe that's why they're after the boats now. It might not be that they want to help at all. They just want to they just want a candy plate. Might not be that though. But they would be able to smell it, wouldn't they? Imagine an orca fucking fucks off his head on cocaine. Cocaine Bear was real, wasn't it? I really want to see that Wes Anderson film. I like it. I like the sound of it. I don't even know what it's about, but I still like the sound of it. And what was I talking to my son about the other day? What film was I talking about? I can't remember. But I was basically saying when I was a teenager, we had a phase on like B movies, like B horror movies. We watched all spaghetti westerns. I can't remember who. There was like a group anyway. Who my peer group at the time who were into those slightly older than me, only by like a year or so, a couple of years older. And they were all at art college. And we just ended up watching loads of B movies, like, along the lines of Barbarella. I think that was the first one, and like loads of other stuff like that, like B horrors, and then all the spaghetti westerns. I can only think of Once Upon a Time in the West, but there was loads of them, weren't there? And we used to watch them all the time. Like, we'd come back from the Village Inn, which was where we'd go at the weekend, and just get mangled, and then just watch loads of spaghetti westerns, probably. That's pretty good. That might have been because of Fields of the Nephilim, in fact. That's that social thing again going round. So that's probably why I didn't have loads of Depeche Mode albums. I was too busy watching other things. I was doing something else. I was touring somewhere else, actually, thanks. Can't do everything, can you? Can't fit everything in one go, in one round of your life. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Were you trying to make everyone the same? Or what? There weren't any individual interests? Nothing learnable for any new people, were there? If we all knew the same things all the time. Really interesting. Goes, well, yeah, I met this really interesting person today. Told me all the things I already knew. Right, I'm gonna drag my thunderstorm should be coming today. That'd be pretty good. Start to rain a bit. I was going to do some exercises, and I haven't even started on what, as an example, my son can like, you know, pose around in a crop top, showing off his pelvic line. But I can't. But he's young. I can hear him saying, but they're young. It's blah, blah. That's ageism. Do you know what? It's pure and frank ageism. And the whole feminist argument of blah blah. Well, is that all feminism though? I don't think it is it? It's just well, no, it is, isn't it? Just you can't, it's not an open invitation to touch just because you're wearing something perceived as provocative. And the other thing is like with the passives, what's it called? Pacifists and being naked. One of the reasons is to show no arms or weapons or arms. One of which, clothing, is considered arms, isn't it? And even shaving your food is considered an arms. But then it depends, because there's the counter argument for it as well. Is it an arms or not? So you take that off as well. Things get complicated. It's complicated. Clothing is considered an arms. A weapon. It can be anyway. So, you know what? Why don't you just go and talk to somebody else with more interesting things to talk about than me? It's marriage, is it? I'm just trying to make a point. Another one. I'm the point person. I'm the pencil sharpener. Well, I've got rose petals all over my floor. My son came in and said, "You've got rose petals all over the floor." Yeah, I know. I just put it there because a load of them are going over. So I just thought I'd throw the petals on the floor. Sometimes I put them in a potpourri thing. I put some in the garden. I just thought I'd throw the rest on the floor to cover up the dog hair, to be honest. I'll sweep them up later on. That's it. That's definitely it. I feel like talking to you. I feel like talking to you all today. I want to wait for my horse to come. Never again is what we swore the time before. What's my favourite Depeche Mode song? I don't know. I like Person of Jesus. I just like putting the album up. I've not really listened to it for ages. I can't remember the other one. I'm just having a holiday. I'm not being a tourist. I'm just having a holiday away. A touring holiday, if you like a traveller might. Like a modest traveller. Oh, Christ. So there we go. I'll think about something else to talk about in a minute.